What's up? Man, late, man. What y'all gonna do, man? Anthony Davis still out. Brown still out, man. Come on. Making a burger. Before I get to work, I'm still making a burger and stuff, man. Alright. Meal already? Time to eat on down. Got my burger. Got my chips. We about to get into it. Man, right after River Tours, man, things started to change, man. For the better or for the good, some would say maybe. But right after that, man, we were forced to leave from our home at that time, to go live with our aunt, which started off another cool journey. You know, uh, the maintenance people wouldn't come, and fix stuff. We would have floods down at the, bottom floor, and one of the roofs were like, it was just so much going on, man. And my mom had to go to court, and we had to move, man. And it was real hard times for my mom. No son, no child. Want to look at their mom and just, see their mom crying and knowing they going through something. You too young to understand, or you too maybe young to even help. But yeah, man, right after that, we were, forced to leave, stuff behind, far as like neighborhood friends, people that we came outside almost every day, or they came to knock on our door just to say, hey, they coming outside, man. And it was a fun experience, man. Like I said, things were changing. I was leaving River Terrace, going on to junior high school, man. Like I said, new beginnings. And throughout the summer, as my mom, and as we would try to find, a new place, to live and stuff like that. We would spend, the summer, with my aunt, the bond would get closer. Everything would be so dope, man. Brittany, really stuck out, to me. She was the first person I made laugh in River Terrace when I came into class back in 1999. We just had this bond, and we just had this special relationship that we always just carried into adult life. You feel me? They always say if things, leave, or things, go away, and whether it's a year or 5 years later or whatever, if it returns, it's meant, and we saw each other in junior high school. We did talk. We did talk over the summer. The thing was, we she was doing her own thing, and I was just basically doing my own thing. You feel me? I was just doing my own thing. But she knew this I was coming to Shaw, and I'm at Shaw at this time. And at this time, guys, man, I'm really getting into wrestling. Not only that, I'm about what 12 years old. We'll be going on 13 years old in a month from then, and that's around the time where I was stop walking. And man, those days of leading up to me stop walking, and also another thing played a factor into it because I would leave my wheelchair at school. I catch the school bus to school, leave my wheelchair at school, and I can be able to walk and go home and stuff like that because, where we were living, it really wasn't too many spaces to keep the wheelchair or whatnot. But, so like I would, leave it at school, come home, do my thing. But when I get to school, and because I would fall a lot, I was, recommended by a physical therapist, and maybe my mom also used the wheelchair so you won't hurt yourself. I'll fall. I hit my head one time. I fell and sprained my ankles numerous of times where it didn't feel bad. I was out of school maybe 3 weeks or so, maybe a whole month. So man, you're like, and throughout the time leading, like I said, throughout the time leading up to, where my legs just got weaker, I was more so in the wheelchair. You feel me? I wanted to get out and walk, and every chance that I could, I did. But, leading up to it, I just felt like, man, my legs just kept giving out on me, kept giving out. And it was just one time where I was going to the bathroom, and man, it was just like, all right, man, I'm going to the bathroom, get up and walk, and I fell. And when I fell, I think I knocked something, down or whatnot. And, it was a really defining moment. It was kind of like stressful, it was just like, damn, like, what's next? What's next? Around that time, that's where I stopped walking. So I would use my wheelchair majority of the times and stuff like that. I, wear my bracelets to try to help me, walk. But man, either the damn things were, getting so, as I got older, the more they got uncomfortable. The more they got uncomfortable as I got older, man. And it was crazy because I had the bracelets where they were little. My sister had to help me get them on, or whether my mother wasn't, if she was off from work, she had helped me, get dressed in the morning. If my mother had to go to work, of course, my sister, would get up and help me, man, and man. And I'm gonna get back to that story. And I just, I thank all my sisters and brothers, man, in the relationships and the relationship that I have with them is amazing. It's amazing. I talk about, not being comfortable with myself, and, just, not, being comfortable with my hands at one point. My sister knew that, and how I would, she just knew that, and she was just telling me at times, nigga, be you. You feel me? Like, be you. You something special. So, and whether I heard that from her or whether I heard that from strangers, from strangers in public or whatnot. I'd be on the bus, and, a stranger walk up and be like, hey, what's going on, bro? They try to chat with me, man. How you get in the wheelchair, man? Man, I have a disability. I was born with a disability and stuff like that. Man, you can get up out that chair, man. I had a guy who was a bus attendant, who was 8, for the school bus. And he told me about a story, and it always stuck with me in the back of my mind. And when I was younger, around my teenage years, I thought it was anything's possible, but I thought maybe hey, this could happen. Like, hey man, whatever you put your mind to it, you keep working hard on something, and hey, you could walk one day. You never know. He was telling me about a story how he knew someone and they went to sleep and woke up and they was walking, and I was like, you know what, hey man, that's cool. That's cool. I think God make all of us for a reason. Maybe that situation where the guy or girl, who went to sleep and woke up, that was maybe what that they were meant to be here for someone to even see that, or for them to truly live out an inspiration for others. I take it as, because my brother, man, I love my little brother. Like I said, I love everybody in my family, as far as my sisters and brothers, man. I had to share a room with my little brother. I think that was the only like irritating thing. But my little brother, right hand, 100 grand, man. The only thing, I think, because I had a disability, my brother, didn't understand much too, like, man, he was walking one point, and he in a wheelchair, and my brother, wanted, a big brother or someone closer to him that he can just confine into and go out to, or go just hang out with, so it ain't got to be so much obstacles that we got to go around, like I always would feel some type of way, and it's like everybody's going to a party, but the party on the 3rd floor. You feel me? And I got my wheelchair, so it's like, well, you know what? I just stay in the house, or I just do that, or like that's why I took a back seat of just going over a lot of people's houses. I only go over a few if it's wheelchair accessible for me. But man, like my brother will always used to say, man, I wish you went in the wheelchair, man, I wish you. And that will always sort of bother me in a way, because I was like, man, like he made all of us for a reason. He built all of us the way, we are, and whether whether we see fit, whether we are not comfortable within ourselves, or whether we get to the point where we be comfortable in ourselves. It's just who we are. And I feel as though now that the fact that I'm getting there and coming to that moment of being comfortable, I want to chill with everybody. I want to show everybody, what I'm trying to become and becoming. You feel me? It's nothing wrong with having a sibling who has a disability or who is disabled. They always say the people are afraid of what they don't understand. You feel me? And I think that's what my little brother was. He was afraid of it because he didn't understand it. He was just, he knew, okay, man, he's smart, but it was just like, I don't know. Especially in the last year and a half, going on 2 years, I have learned to just be myself, learn to not just live for other people and not living off of trying to make other people happy. We only got one life that we live. You only, hey, times are getting shorter. We're living in a pandemic right now. Like I said, I wanted to start this documentary, man, because I want more. Like I said, I want my family to have more. It's not over, attention or anything like that. I want to share my story to people out there that says I'm an inspiration or that's looking for inspiration. I talk with plenty of people each and every week, new people, man, and just, you never know where life can take you. You never know where things can lead you, man. So, man, I just keep looking forward each and every day, man, to just work hard, to just keep grinding and busting my ass and proving that I can do something. A lot of people, have different phases in their life where they, go through stuff or they try different things and they no longer acting on them things like that. I take what I was taught and was installed in my brain, and also the passion, the belief, the faith that I have, and turn that into something way more. You feel me? So that's just a rant. That's just a rant of how I feel. And just be honest, we're just on some true shit, man. On some true shit. I mentioned, my sisters and my brothers, man. My oldest sister, Robin, of course, like I said, my mom had to work. My sister would be right there, helping me in the morning, getting my shoes on, trying to help me put my braces on. I'm like, my football up. And she would just like, stop yelling at me. You feel me? It was just so many moments, or, for those who out there who got older sisters and maybe you're the youngest brother or whatever. I know, baby, that feeling. I don't know, mom, she hanging out. She got that weekend. Oh, she want to go chill, and the big sister in charge. And then she want to, be the boss. Oh, man. But yeah, man. Other than that, man, we had fun, man. We really, really had fun. Like I said, we was raised by a single mom. And, we have father figures, from C to daddy, to man, they will always have a special place in our heart. You feel me? But I think, now that I see this vision, and I want my family to come back closer, and it's just like it seemed like once grandma passed away, it just seems like things started to everybody doing their own thing. And the reason, me personally, I'm not that type of drama person that feed off of drama type. I want to put my all into something that I'm passionate about, something that I love, and go after it, man. Because if you, like I said numerous of times, you wake up and you see that every day is the same and ain't nothing changing, and you want to go out here and get your own and do what you got to do. You got to work for it. It's nobody is going to hand you nothing. Nobody's going to hand you nothing. A lot of people are afraid to do certain things. You feel me? And some people are just doing what society tell them to do. You feel me? I'm not doing what society tell me to do. Society tells me to just, go be a rapper, be a basketball player, do this or whatnot like that. No, I want to create my own path, tell my own story, and leave my own legacy, man. And so my family can be proud of me. You feel me? I attempted college twice, and it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. And now that I've been podcasting, hey man, hey, the sky's the limit, man. The sky is the limit. Now that I got to junior high school, man, man, oh man, like I said, me and Brittany, would pass each other by, say hi in there. We still had that little crush on one another, but she was faking. She was faking. So, man, I'm being straight up. I didn't have a lot of girlfriends, man. I had a lot of girls that I went to school with that I had crushes on, or maybe some in the neighborhood or whatnot. You feel me? Like a girl was telling me, one woman told me, oh girl, she was a girl at that point. I don't date boys in the wheelchair. I don't date handicapped people. So I was like, you feel me? So hey, shit happens. Shit happens. But I get to junior high school, man, and I meet someone else, in this relationship. It was actually put together or kind of a hookup by a friend at the time. He was just like, yo, man, I think she liked you. You like her? And he was just like, yo, I think he liked you. And, we started talking, exchanged phone numbers and stuff like that. One thing led on to another, man. And we were in something, we were in something. And I talked about this moment, on my podcast because, of course, as you get older, it gets funny, it gets hysterical. We were just doing our thing. And I think it was before this. Of course, like me and Shorty, we be together and everything. And my fiance now, who was just my friend then, we were in a class together. We still had that sort of thing for one another. And the lights were off. I think the teacher told everybody they could bring a PlayStation in just to, I was running the end of the school year or whatnot. And I kissed her. Hello.
Hey, man.
What's up, man?
Nothing. Just waking up from my nap. I was in the car.
Oh yeah.
I was
Waking up from your nap, huh? You remember that time when we was in junior high school, right? And we was in the classroom and the lights was out and you kissed me.
Oh my God. It's like you really want to do it about this. You know, put your lips on me first.
I put my lips on you first. So
Yes.
tell me what happened. Tell the story. I want to hear the story from your mouth. Then what happened then?
I mean, me and you both was there. You know what happened.
I mean, I know we both was there, so I'm asking you your story then, since I said you kissed
So,
me.
yeah, what was we supposed to be doing? Watching a movie or some shit?
Something like that. I think they was playing the game. They was playing the PlayStation.
Okay. Well, anyway, you two some come in, and I'm like, what? You two some I gotta tell you something, and then you just kiss me. Like, the fuck? You had a whole girlfriend, and
The lies you tell.
you just figured this way.
I told her to come here. I was about to whisper. I kissed her. And we always, joke around this story how she kissed me, but I kissed her, blah, 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 like that. So one thing led to another. But the guy who hooked me up with the shorty in junior high school, my fiance now told him. So then he told the next person and went on from there. So, it was a big old scene at the end of the school that day. So I was just at home like, wow, like that was a day. You feel me? She like, oh, did you kiss her? And Brittany like, I ain't gotta fight nobody. It was hysterical. But on my main story, man, after all of this, I'm like, nah, I ain't do that. So we leave class one day and The A's ain't even there. The A's ain't there that day. Oh no, they are there, but we just said, you know what? We just gonna leave class. We get on the elevator, man, kissing, trying to get freaky or getting freaky. The elevator opened up, man, and man, oh man, the story. What I was like 14 at the time, man. That was the story, man. For real, the principals and the teachers, man, was giving me cold ass water. You know, I like cold water, man. Everybody know me. I like cold water. They was giving me water bottles and shit like that. It was like, man, we gotta calm his breathing. Like I just can't imagine the ass whooping that he about to get. Like I can't imagine the ass whooping that he about to get. And then I think what made it even so more scarier though, like that school bus ride going home was the longest, Mo. It was so the longest, and I think she got dropped, and we caught the same school bus. I think she got dropped off first, if I'm not mistaken, or whatever like that. But man, it was so long, and then I think, see, cause we used to, and I think the school bus attendant knew that we was gonna get it somehow, because we used to kiss on the school bus or whatever. She ain't used to say nothing, but when she wasn't, there over there, and we had like a substitute attendant for that, they be like, but. She kind of like smirked and laughed at us. And I was like, oh man, this is not funny. This is not funny. And my mother sometimes would be sitting on the couch or be in the room. She was standing there like, I'm ready. Bring your ass here, boy. Like, oh man. Good times. Good times. Good times. Good times.
Life. Man, oh man, life. Yo, man, life is all about the moments, the good moments, them special moments, man, that you cherish, with yourself, cherish with your family, your loved ones, and also, man, with each other. Life.